This
mean,
game was less a game and more like performance art.
that was sad. That was just a sad way to go out for the 49ers. I wanted a good game,
Oh my God,
and obviously
I thought this was going to be the better game. I thought this was going to be the more exciting game.
I obviously, was rooting against the Eagles, but mostly I was just rooting for a good game.
100%.
And this was not a good game. Let's start with the Eagles really quickly because you just you can't say enough about the way this team is constructed. It's one of the best teams I've ever seen in my life.
I was saying this to you before we got on. I think just because I didn't really want to fully accept it, that I've been almost like downplaying or underestimating the Eagles, and I can't do that anymore because, like, you'll recall when I in my prediction that the Giants game was going to be so much closer, and that I was skeptical about how healthy Jalen Hurts was. Hurts is healthy, and it's there. And Hurts is healthy, so that was they really put that concern for me to bed. When
Is
they
he
blew,
though?
Well, at least healthy enough to blow
How many
out both
passing
teams.
yards do you think? My point is, it doesn't fucking matter.
Well, that's the thing.
But how many
That's a
passing
good
yards
point.
do you think
You're
he
right.
had?
Yeah, 80, 104.
Close, 121.
Okay, all right. So that's not a lot, but my thing.
Doesn't matter if they win by 31-7.
That's my thing is like that was my concern, and maybe it wasn't even the correct concern out to going into the Giants game. And then I thought the Niners, even with Purdy, a healthy Purdy, would have enough skill, and that defense would be, the defense would be too difficult to withstand. This team is just across the board the best team maybe the best team I've ever watched, and we were talking about this. Their weakness is essentially their linebackers, but that doesn't even matter because
that front
because the front and the secondary don't really allow you to exploit the linebackers. Like, you kind of can't get into a position to exploit them. So like there's no weaknesses. It's really insane to watch.
It's absolutely incredible. And I mean, part of me wants to say, has there ever been a team that's had an easier road to the Super Bowl than having a bye, beating the terrible, like the not very talented Giants, beating a team without a quarterback in the 49ers at the same time? I don't even know if it would matter, even if it was close games. They're that good.
But I think
that offensive line is freaking amazing. And I cannot believe that Kelsey is still playing at this level. It's just the interior too. That it's like that.
Across the board.
What was it, a 6-yard touchdown for Miles Sanders to start off the game? I was like, okay, that interior of the line is feeling it.
Yeah.
And the 49ers have such strength at their defensive line position, and it doesn't matter.
No, it did
not matter.
And it's amazing as you go across the board. I mean, it's not only a testament to these players, it's a testament to Howie Roseman. Howie Roseman, who, by the way, Eagles fans wanted his head on a platter a few years ago.
Yeah, because of the wide receiver pick when they didn't take Justin Jefferson.
Right. And look, and he turns around, and their left tackle is one of the best left tackles in the league. He's a converted rugby player.
Yeah.
That they drafted in the 7th round. Jordan Mailata, Lane Johnson, one of, if not maybe the best right tackles in the league.
Yeah. Yeah, the best by far.
Kelsey,
might be the best tackle in the league, but he's on the right side.
Right. Right. So it seems less important, but truly, like, if you want to actually look at it. But Jason Kelsey, the best center in the league, maybe one of the best centers of all time.
Yeah, who might have? He was like, I'm going to retire this year. Actually, JK, I'm coming back, and I'm
just going
to
be the genius that makes this offense churn.
Yeah.
And even the less heralded guys, Landon Dickerson, a very young player, a very good player.
Second round pick that I wanted. Stupid Eagles.
Isaac Seumalo, like, this entire line, and then the 3-headed monster of Kenneth Gainwell, Boston Scott, and Miles Sanders. Like you said, it might have been the wrong concern of mine, because maybe it doesn't fully matter if Hurts is not going to be as active on the ball. They have if this running game with this offensive line can churn like this, and if maybe AJ Brown and Devontae Smith, remember those guys, can catch
oh my God
2 or 3 go balls. I don't know how you stop this offense. I don't know what the strategy is. I don't know where you put your attention towards.
But like the Giants game, neither of those guys were particularly active because they didn't need to be. I mean, I don't think Jalen Hurts is 100%, but it doesn't. The team is that good. It didn't matter.
It literally was like inconsequential.
That's it. I mean, and it's just Hassan Reddick had the game of his life. He was all over the field.
I gotta say, it's hard it's difficult at this point in time for me to really like kind of beat up on Shanahan here, but next time, do not. I am a Jets fan. I know this. Do not put Tyler Kroft, your second string tight end, on the line to block Hassan Reddick.
That
Just
was
don't do
odd.
that.
That was odd.
He will destroy that man.
Well, let's talk about Shanahan for a second because primary Shanahan fan here. I mean, I still think he's if it's not Dayball, it's Shanahan for Coach of the Year. What he was
Agreed.
able to do with Brock Purdy, who I mean, the accolades towards Purdy were getting ridiculous. It's a fun story, but the point is that Shanahan has always set his quarterbacks up to succeed in these kinds of situations. And it was unfortunate because Purdy was banged up going into the game.
Yep.
And then so early on, that hit from Hassan Reddick, where that elbow bent back, you could tell that he did not have any real feel for the football and couldn't grip it. And that's what they were saying.
And I believe it was. I think Terry Bradshaw said this on the broadcast, but I think Chase Daniel, backup QB extraordinaire, tweeted this as well. Is that if it was like an ulnar issue in the hand, it might have been a nerve issue. So the concern, I think, was that he couldn't throw because he couldn't really feel his hand.
Right. And
So
and that was game. And so there was just only so much he could do.